Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the garage, and welcome back to, well, the race truck build. I don't know what to call it. I'm running out of creative ideas to say. Well, not that any of my ideas were very creative before. But anyhow, I digress. We're getting back to working on the race truck. So last episode, we did our windows on our doors. As you can see, they turned out phenomenally. I'm very happy with these things. They turned out great. Very happy with our black rivets and all that. And kind of looking at this thing back, you know, with some daylight behind it, I actually like how it looks with the, inner part of the door behind it. It gives it that blackout look that you see a lot of race cars and stuff have, without having to scuff it up and paint it and all that. So I'm very happy with all that. Being that we did that and it turned out so good, I figured it's time we turn our attention to the last window of the truck, and that is the rear window. So we have plenty of material to get that in. We've already had a window in there and it was a very good template, but I had screwed up putting this bar in and didn't really realize it until we had that window in. So we've corrected that bar. We have some more Lexan, so I figured it's time to finish that up. But first, before we do that, we have one more cage thing to do. So if you guys can see, right here I have my, let me go from the back. Right here we have our bar that our 5-point harness is attached to, right behind the seat. It's perfect, all that. But if you look at the rules, the SFI booklet, it actually has a bar that goes all the way to here and all the way to here. You know, an outer, an inner, and what is it? No, it's an outer and an inner shoulder bar, and then this is the center shoulder bar. So when you look at the SFI rules in the booklet, it actually has no specifications on it other than it needs to be 1.5" tubing. I forget the wall thickness, but it's the same as what we have right here. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put a bar here and a little bar here. Not a big deal, but we're going to do it because I don't know if we need it or not. So we're going to err on the side of caution and just add a little bit more support to the truck here. So we're going to have to clean this up. We're going to have to make our tubes, get it all welded in. And in order to access it, we got to get rid of our 5-point harness. We got to get rid of our seat, all that kind of stuff. Once we get that done, then we can move on to our rear Lexan. We'll get the truck all buttoned up, and definitely need to clean this thing. It's awful dirty. So that's kind of the game plan this afternoon. Get these things wrapped up, get it kind of one solid cab, all the windows, all the doors, all that kind of stuff. And this should put a cap on our 25.6 cage, and we should be ready to try and get it approved or licensed or certified, whatever it is we do. Try and get our little NHRA sticker for the truck. So anyway, guys, let's get started. Get the seat out, get the tubes in, and then start working on our window. So as you guys can see, we now have our shoulder bar in, nice and straight across there. Kind of hard to see. I have a nice coat of paint on her. She's looking good. That way we don't have to worry about, you know, when we get this thing inspected, that we just have the center one. We got the full bar crossed. Everything's looking good. Our 1.5" tubing kind of lined right up. Now, welding this thing was a little bit of a pain, just for the simple fact that now I have the seat mount. So, of course, you know, things keep trying to dig into me from her seat mount and stuff like that. But overall, we got her in, got a coat of paint on it, so it's looking good, because once we get our rear window in, we're actually not going to be able to get to it. You know, these welds would be awful hard to do with the window in, as you guys can imagine. So So that being said, we are on to day 2 of this little project, this video, because last night got done doing that, and we actually took our old window that we had in the back here and made a template out of it. It was already a very good template. It fits great. The only problem is the hole for our passenger side, like down bar coming out of the cage, out of the cab. So as you guys can see, we have our template. I marked it 4th gen rear window template because, you know, I got templates for all kinds of other trucks laying around. I don't know why I really did that, but anyway, we have it. We'll keep it in case we decide to do something like this again, which I don't know, but we'll keep it. So anyhow, here's our passenger side. I got the cardboard laid out with our current bar location, which should be the same as this one over here. But this window fit extremely well when we were done with it before, so we're just going to use it as our template. So hopefully this will be a rather easy process. Just throw this thing on our Lexan, cut her out, get our bar locations cut out and all that, and then pop rivet this thing in with our black pop rivets so it looks pretty sweet, like our driver's side door there. Well, that's kind of it. That's what we're doing. We're going to finish this window up. We'll have a completely enclosed cab once again. It's been a little while since we had that, but we'll get that in, and that'll probably be it. But yeah, getting all these windows in, the truck's starting to really take shape. When I got the driver door on there, them black rivets, man, they just pop. They look good. So anyway, guys, I'm kind of rambling on here. Let's get this window cut out and installed. So our rear window is installed. Our fitment is looking good, nice and tight to our bars. I'm very happy with that. If we come to the back, once again, our bars are looking even. We don't have the same issue that we did before. Thankfully, we got it right this time, but the window's looking good. I did screw up. I did peel the plastic protective sheet off of it to, you know, kind of reveal the window, and then thought afterwards, man, I should have left that there because we need a coat of paint on here, because after putting the window on and off, because our holes are so nice and tight, we scraped up our paint a little bit, and that bar needs painted completely. So we're gonna have to mask the whole window off. Not a big deal, but it was already masked off from when we got the plexiglass, so we'll have to do that. But yeah, front window, or driver window, rear window, we're looking good. The truck's really coming together, and those black rivets, that was a great decision. I'm so glad we did it. The truck is looking proper, that is for sure. So anyway, guys, a couple more items off the checklist. We got our rear window installed. We got our shoulder bar completely done. So I think this thing is ready to try and get certed. I don't know what that whole process looks like. I have emailed the guy back and forth. There is an NHRA rep not too awful far from me. So he said he might be able to come over here and, you know, check the truck out. So hopefully we can do that. Once we get, you know, the cage certified and all that, we can do I know somebody commented before about a window net. We need a window net in here, but I don't want to have one made until I know that this is good, because we did do some stuff a little differently than on other trucks I've seen. Like our X right here, it's within spec. Like, you know, their only really specification is this bar needs to cross between my shoulder and my elbow, which it does. But I put that a little lower to make the egress in and out of the truck, you know, easy. So, hey, if something ever happens, I can get out of that thing quickly. So we got to do that. We got to do our inner door handles, which should be here next week. We also have a pretty cool delivery coming tomorrow. I don't know if we'll receive that. It's going to Dad's shop for shipping reasons, but we will get that, and that's really our next and last big project till we kind of start doing all our little stuff like our fuel cell and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, guys, back windows in, looking good. Definitely digging how the truck's turning out. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Get out in your garage, get the wrenching on your truck.